Record. All right, so here we are, class number 23. We'll be learning, as you can see, some postpositions. So the ones that we'll be starting out with are what you see here. Okay, so we have a scene here with a house. We have both inside the house, and we also have a basement. So under the house, of course, over or on top of the house. We have in front of the house and behind of the house. So here is the words in Numu, or the suffixes, okay? So in or inside is gwe, gwe, gwe. So some words, or when this suffix follows certain words, you drop those G's and it's just way, way. When it's a house, this is how it is, gwe. But when it's something like water, it's just way. So you say ba way, or water, ba way. But in this case, we're talking about a house. So house takes this form gwe, nobi gwe, nobi gwe. All right. So just kind of wanted to kind of share that a bit more. This it's either gwe or way, and the word that the suffix is attached to kind of changes the pronunciation, whether it's gwe or way. And unfortunately, there really is nothing predictable. There's no way to predict which noun takes the gwe form versus which noun takes the way form. It's just one of those things where it's a matter of listening and listening and listening and kind of figuring out which word or which suffix, which pronunciation of a suffix goes with which word. But to say in front of, over here on the left side, in front of is gobina, gobina, gobina. And this one is one of the suffixes that does not change form. So it'll always be gobina, gobina. Okay. To say behind, it's unaguay, unaguay, unaguay. Okay. Unaguay. On is the word or the suffix cuba, 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 cuba. This one can also change form. This one can have a double G form. For example, if it's followed by the word for lake. If you guys know that, I don't know if we've gone through over the word for lake yet, but Banunade is lake. So if you want to say on the lake, it would be Banuna de Guba. Banuna de Guba is with the hard G sound. Okay. Um, Even the word for road, the road can change it to a soft G sound. Boguba, Boguba. Kind of like slight little pronunciation differences, which I'm not going too much into right now. All I'm doing is just kind of briefly mentioning it so that you guys are aware. The first consonant of this suffix can change pronunciation. Perhaps maybe in the summary and review, I will have it on here on display so we can kind of have a visual of it. So then finally, the word for under. These are the first five that we'll be going over is under, is duha, duha, duha. This one can also change form. You know, again, if we're suffixing this to the word for lake, baninade, it becomes a hard D sound. Baninade duha, baninade duha. Whereas again, going back to the road, if we suffix it to a road, it's a soft D. Kind of like the double T in the word for letter. It's just a tap of your tongue. Letter, it's boruha, boruha. So a soft boruha, as opposed to banana de duha. It's a hard D sound. But again, in this case for house, it's a T. Novituha, novituha. again, when I post a summary and review, I'll kind of put those on the screen for you guys to see. So the question that I'll be asking here is, again, simple. A question that you guys are very, very, very familiar with. So keeping it simple here is just Hano su blank, which means where is the blank? So in this class, I'm going to be asking you, where is the blank, whatever the particular item is, and you will say the blank is in the house or in front of the house or under the house, etc. Okay. So Hanno su blank is the question, and your answer, this is how it'll be. Su blank, no be blank. Su blank, no be blank. So you'll put in that first blank whatever the object I'm asking about, and in that second blank will be the postposition. Okay. So if I'm asking, if I say Hano su wihi, Hano su wihi, which means where is the knife, this is going to be your answer. In this case, if you see on the screen, the knife is inside the house. So you'll say suwihi novigwe. Suwihi novigwe. That means the knife is inside of the house. Suwihi novigwe. Whereas if it was under the house, I just realized I have the incorrect word here on the top. I have the rock, but this should be wihi. If I say the knife is under the house, it'll be suwihi novituha. Suwihi novituha. The knife is under the house because it is in the basement. So, got any questions before we start practicing these postpositions?
I do.
Okay.
So it's Lisa. Okay, I kind of lost you a little bit, and I know I missed the last 2 weeks when you said so to be no. What does to be mean?
So you can ignore that one for now. Like
Because I thought,
that's an error.
because I thought knife would be okay.
Yeah, that was my error. I forgot. I originally was going to use this word, but I decided to change it. I just forgot to revise it here. So just ignore that word. It should be wihi. This should be wihi. So wihi, the knife, novituha, is under the house or is beneath the house. So yeah, this word debi that I have here is a word for rock. But again, I chose to ignore that one. We'll use that some other time. So as you can see, the word for knife is wihi. 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 So let's just start with that one, and we will progress gradually, adding more words after this one. So let's go ahead and start with, Lisa, you're right there. We'll start with you. If I ask you, Hano suwihi, Hano suwihi, how would you answer in this case?
Okay, so wahi no be unangoi.
Yes. Suwihi nobi unagwai. Wihi nobi unagwai. Knife is behind the house. Good job. Now, Dylan, on to you. Hanosuwihi. Hanosuwihi.
Suihi Nobi Kobina.
Tobi. Suwihi nobi kovina. The knife is in front of the house. All right, let's add on another word. The word for fork. Fork is tzikwihino. Tzikwihino. This is a longer word. So yeah, it can be a bit more challenging, but it is tzikwihino. 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 Feel free to kind of practice saying that word. Tzikwihino. Fork. Fork. All right then. So let's see. Next on my list, I see Thatch. Are you available? And then we will, for the time being, move on to Chrissy. Are you there?
Uh-huh.
Right then. Hano suwihi.
Suwihi no wigwe.
Suwihi no wigwe. The knife is inside the house. Ishi hano su tuzikwi hunno.
Su tuzikwi huno novi novi kuba.
Ha. Tuzikwi hunno nobikuwa. Ja. All right then. Let's go on to next. Let's see. Carmen also said she's unable to participate today. Elisa, how about you? You want to give it a shot?
Did you say Lisa or Lisa?
Lisa. Lisa. Beltran. Nope, I guess not. I see Thatch's microphone is going unmuted. So are you there, Thatch?
Is it working now?
Yes, it is.
Cool.
All
Okay.
right. Hano su tuzikwi huno.
So Tutsikwi Hono no be uh unakui? Unakui? Is it
Unagwai.
behind?
Aha.
Unagui.
Una. Yeah, this word unagwai, you lengthen that first syllable. It's unagwai. Unagwai.
Unagui.
Yeah. Novi su tuzikwi huno. Novi unagwai. Novi unagwai is behind the house. And she one more. Hano suwihi.
Shuihi no be no be gui. Gui.
Novigwe means inside the house.
Is that in?
Yeah, suwihi is
Or
not.
wait, in in front. My bad. No be ubina.
Ja. Suwihi noviko vina. The knife is in front of the house. All right, and the word for spoon, iginu. 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 Okay, spoon, iginu. I think other dialects have another word for that. I don't remember what it is, but iginu. Basically, this just means the instrument used to scoop something. Used to scoop because that word igi, igi means to scoop or to dip, and nu, that suffix nu, refers to the instrument used to do the verbal action. So iginu means the instrument used to do the action of scooping or dipping. Iginu, so that's spoon. All right then. So back to Lisa. Lisa, let's
Okay.
give it a shot. Ano su iginu.
Okay, so that is Sol Iguino Nobi Tuha. Uh-oh, wait. Nobigua.
Ja novigwe. Su iginu,
Nobigwe.
vigwe. And spoon is inside. Ja. All right, then Yeshi Lisa. Ano su vigwe no.
I'm sorry, did you say Lisa or Elisa?
Oh, yeah. You. I'm still asking you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Would you repeat that?
Yeah. Hano su tuzikwi huno.
No, Sue. Could you repeat the instrument again?
Yes. Yes, it is tuzikwi huno. Tuzikwi huno. Hano su.
Oh, okay. So Tuzikwa Nobi Kuba. Nobi Kuba?
Ja. Novikuba. Su tuzikwi huno novikuba. The fort is on top of the house. And lastly, back still to you, Lisa, is Hano su wihi.
Su Wohi Nobi Tuha.
Ja. That is correct. Suwihi novi. Right is below the house or beneath the house. All right, then Dylan, back to you. Let's see. Hano su tazikwi huno.
Su tazikwi no nobi tuha.
Yeah. Right. Or the fork rather is below the house or beneath the house. Is hano su wihi.
Suihi nobi kuba.
Ha ja. Suwihi novi kuba. The knife is on top of the house. And finally, hanosu igino.
Su igino nobi kobina.
Yeah, correct. The spoon is in front of the house. Igino novi kovina. All right. And one other additional word to learn is the word for pan, which you see on the right-hand side. Pan is sanu. 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 This word can also mean pot because if you guys recall, was it from last week? The word sa is a verb that means to cook. Sa. And as I mentioned about spoon, this suffix here, nu, N-O-O, nu, again, indicates the instrument used to do the verbal action. So sanu means an instrument used to do the action of cooking. So in this case, it could mean pan, or again, it could mean pot, or something like that. But here in this case, I'm using a pan. So sanu. Sanu is pan. So let's see, we got Thatch. You are back at the batting.
All right.
Okay. Hanosu iginu.
Okay. Su igino will be Kobina.
Aha, suigino no vikobina. The spoon is in front of the house. Ishi hanosu tzikuhino.
So Tutsikwe Hano will be Gue.
Aha, ja. And the fork is inside the house. Su tzikuhino no vigwe. Ishi hanosu wihi.
So we hit no be Tuha.
Ja, dogi novituha. The knife is under the house. And finally, hanosu sanu.
So Sano will be Kuba.
Dogi, ja, susanu novikuva. The pan is on top of the house. Ja. All right, then Chrissy, you are up. Hano su tuzikuhuno.
Tu tuzikwi huno no vi unaguay.
Aha. Nobi unagwai. Su tuzikuhano. The fork is behind the house. Ishano suwihi.
Suwihi novi kovina.
Ja. What knife is in front of the house? And Hano Susanu.
Susanu novigwe.
Ja. Susanu no bigwe. The pan is inside the house. Yishi Hanosu iginu.
Suiginu novi kuba.
Aha. The spoon is on top of the house. Su iginu no bikuba. All right, then we got another scenery here. We're gonna learn some other suffixes and words. So this word, first off, for a road, the word for road or street or path is bowl. Bowl. Again, I use that colon to indicate lengthened. You don't have to do that, but yeah, for all the other vowels, when it's length, like sanu, I use the double A. Sa, that indicates lengthened. Sa. But for O, if I put two O's, that'll be boo. Boo. So we don't want boo. Road is bowl, but it's a lengthened O. Bowl. So that's why I use that colon. That's kind of a way that in the international phonetic alphabet, that's kind of the symbol used to indicate lengthening. So again, you don't have to put that. As long as you know, though, that this is a lengthened bowl, that means road, street, or path. So it can indicate a path like on a mountain trail or something like that. So it's not limited to just a road or a street. It can also mean path or trail. So in this case, now we're going to be learning these postpositions beside, near, and far. Beside, near, and far. So first is the word for beside. Gumawa. It's a suffix. Gumawa. Gumawa. And kind of see how I have it located right beside the road. Gumawa. This is actually made up of two different suffixes. So the first part is guma, guma, which technically is the word that means beside. And that last word, ba, ba means by or with. So, I mean, in English, that maybe doesn't make sense to be beside by or beside with. We don't say it like that, but this is how it's said in Numu. Gumawa. Altogether just means beside. And,
Okay. You kind of froze up a little bit
oh shoot, where did I freeze up at?
when you're explaining ba.
Okay, ba by itself can mean by or with. By or with. And so guma ba is like saying beside by or beside with, which I was saying doesn't make sense in English. We don't say it that way. But in Paiute, this is normal. You would say gumawa. Basically just means beside, right next to. And then near, if you want to say near, it's tsagi, tsagi, tsagi. So in this case, I have this kind of, the text here is not right next to, not right beside the road, but it's near. So tsagi, tsagi, tsagi. And finally, if you want to say far, far from, it's guaina, guaina, guaina. So way out there on the moon, that's far away. That's far from the road. Guaina, guaina, guaina. So in this case, I'll ask the same question. I'm going to ask, where is the blank? And I'm going to have new words this time. And your answer will be the exact same template as what you're answering the silverware. You'll say su blank, bo blank, su blank, bo blank, su blank is next to the road. The blank is next to the road, the next blank is near the road or far from the road. So su blank, and instead of novi for house, you're now using the road for road, bo, and then one of these suffixes. Makes sense? All right. Lisa. Lisa, are you there? You want to give it a shot? Oh, shoot, I'm sorry. I just saw the text message in the chat. Elisa said just going to be listening in today. All right, then. So that means headed back up to Timo. No, Lisa. The new word that we're learning is yaduanu. Yaduanu, which means phone. It's one of the words for phone. Other dialects use another term. Other dialects may use this word titsakangin, which indicates like the something that makes a sound, and you're using your fingers to dial on it. But this word yaduanu is another one that I know it's used in the Mono Lake area. It's also used in Bridgeport, McDermott, and Oahe. So it's a widespread word that means phone, yaduanu. Again, I'm sure you guys know the word yadua for to speak, yadua, to speak. And again, that word, that suffix at the end, N-O-O, again, as I mentioned before, it indicates the instrument used to do the verbal action. So yaduanu means an instrument used to do the verbal action of talking, which would indicate a phone. Okay. Of course, it could also mean like a microphone or something, other kind of instruments used to talk, but it is also used to indicate a phone. Yaduanu, yaduanu. So, Lisa, tepi mo ni. Hano su yaduanu.
Su Yaduanu Amapia. Am I missing something there?
Yeah, so you say su yaduanu, the phone, bo is your next word to indicate the road, bo, and then you'll add
Okay.
what are the suffixes like near, beside, or far.
Beside is Jermaba.
Yes, exactly. Tu yaru o gumava. Tu yaruan o gumava. The phone is beside the road. Ah,
Jermaba.
all right. Then. Dylan, you are next. Ano su yaruanu.
Su yaruanu po koina.
Ja, su yaruanu po koina. Po koina. The phone is far from the road. Ja. All right. We had a request to learn some powwow regalia words. So the word for fan here, I tried my best to make this eagle fan is wuhutsawigud. 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 Okay, earlier in this one of the earlier classes we had this fall time, if you guys recall about weather, we learned the word for cool. If it's not hot, not cold, but it's a cool, a nice breeze, you can see that in the center of this word, kutsatwi, kutsatwi, right in the center of this word, kutsatwi. So that's kind of the base of this word, is to be cool or to have a breeze, kutsatwi. And then that first suffix, w, u, w, can indicate wind, wind. So hutsatwi kind of has this sense of wind and cool or breeze. And then toward the end, you see that double G U, double G U, G, G. That indicates you're causing something. You're causing something. So you're causing this wind and breeze, causing cool. And finally, I've shared this before in other classes, that final suffix du. It's kind of like indicates what something is characterized by, or it can mean like the English suffix er. Er. So altogether, this is kind of like saying the wind producer or the breeze producer. It's producing or causing wind, causing a breeze, causing the cool down. So that's kind of the fuller explanation of this word. Wuhutsawigide. Wuhutsawigide. Wuhutsawigide.
Oh,
The harder word, longer word can be a little challenging, but yeah. Wuhutsawigide.
well, oh,
Wuhut- Wuhutsawigide. So let's see. What did I last? Dylan, I called you last, right? So Thatch, you are next on my list.
KK.
All right, then. So Hanosu Wuhutsawigide.
So, so what sa we good uh where's the word for road got to? Oh dear. Pull then Bubina
I mean,
in
that's
front
in
of.
front of the road, but I mean, what is in front of the word? What is in front of the word? Like
Oh, sorry, wrong part. Siagi siagei
Sagi.
near
Yes.
Sagi
Sagi. Sagi. Yes. Botsagi.
Sagi
Botsagi. Botsagi. Near
oh Sagi
the Wuhutsawigide, the Botsagi. So Wahutsawigide, the Botsagi. The fan is near the road. Ja. Yeshi Thatch. Hanosu Yaduan.
to Yaruanu mm, oh uh, ke mapa. Is that
Ah,
beside or is that one near
yes. So Yaduan no po gamaba. So Yaduan no po.
Tumba?
The phone is near the road, or beside, sorry. It is beside the road. It is right next to the road. That's what gamaba means. All right, and so Chrissy, back to you. Hanosu Yaduan no. Hanosu Yaduan no.
Su yaruanu po sagi.
Dogi, ja. So Yaduan no po tsagi. The phone is near the road. Yeshi Hanosu Wuhutsawigide.
Su wuhutsawiguru po kwainaa.
Yeah, the fan is far from the road. So Wuhutsawigide. Oh, why not? All right, then. One additional kind of a powwow term we'll be using in this class is the word for a jingle dress. Jingle dress. So this first word, bishit wiwi. Bishit wiwi is the word for to jingle. Okay. Bishit wiwi. Bishit wiwi. Bishit wiwi. Remember the S after an E has more of that SH sound. So bishit wiwi. Bishit wiwi. Bishit wiwi. And we know nagui. Nagui means dress. So bishit wiwi nagui means jingle dress. Not a jingle dress dancer, it just means jingle dress. Bishit wiwi nagui. Bishit wiwi nagui. Bishit wiwi nagui. All right, then. So we are back to Lisa. Everyone's getting a lot of opportunities to practice today. Um, Lisa, Bimoko ni Hanosu Bishi Wiwi Nagui.
Mm. So, Brigitte, Wiwi, Nagui, Bo, Gamubai? Gamuba?
Yes, Kija.
That beside?
Yep.
Okay.
So Bishi Wiwi in Nagui Po Gumava. So Bishi Wiwi in Nagui Po Gumava. The jingle dress is beside the road. Kija. Lisa Hanosu Yaduan.
So, are we talking about the phone? I'm sorry.
Yep. So Yaduan.
So, Yaduano, Bo, Quinyaha.
Aha, Kija. So Yaduan Po Quina. The phone is far from the house. And finally, Hanosu Wuhut Sawigwid.
So, Wuhutsu, Widu, Bo, Zagwe,
Sagi. Sagi.
Zagui. Okay. Zagui.
Po Po Sagi. Wuhut
Bo,
Sawig.
Zagui.
Po Sagi. Po Sagi. Near the road. Ja. All right, then Dylan, back to you. I'm looking through my things. Actually, Johanna, you're here. Like, did you say you're not able to speak, or you can? I'm sorry. I'm getting confused with all the people who said they're not able to communicate today. All right, then I'll take that as just a listening. So Dylan, Hanosu Hitsa Wigwide.
Suwahatsakwera Po Gamaba.
Yeah, and it's beside the road. So Hitsa Wigwide Po Gamaba. Yishi Hanosu Bishi Wigwide Nagwe.
Supishiwi Nagui Po Quaina.
Ah, the jingle dress is far from the road. And finally, Hanosu Yaruan.
Suyarawano Po Zagi.
Yeah, the other one, both sides. All right, let's learn a new word. The word for basketball. I was hoping Ponko would be on in this class because he loves basketball. Is matapo. 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 This is a word that can just be a generic word for sphere, something spherical, okay? But it is also the word we use for ball, the basketball. Matapo. Matapo. Okay, matapo. All right, Thatch, back to you.
Okay.
Let's practice. Hanosu hutsa wigudu.
So Woodsuck God. I get lost in it. Woodsuck Guad. Uh, Ho. Hmm. Sagei. Nope.
Yes,
Sag. Huh?
I mean your pronunciation was wrong, but yes, you are correct.
That's what I was saying was wrong. Yeah, the pronunciation.
Yeah, both sagi. Sagi.
Sagi.
Sagi, yes. So hutsa wiguru bo sagi. The fan is near the road. Ishi hano su matapo.
So mata po po kuaina.
Yep. O quaina. O
Kuaina.
O quaina. See, the ball is far from the road. Su matapo o quaina. Ishi hanosu bishibi nagui.
So ishigwe nakwe po gumapa.
Aha. Ja. Su bishibi o gumaba. The jingle dress is beside the road. All right, then Chrissy, back to you. Hano su hutsa wiguru.
Su hutsa wiguru po kwaina'a.
Yeah, it is far from the road. Yishi hano su bishik wiwi nagui.
Su piji wiwi'i nagui po sagi'i.
Okay, yeah. And finally, hanosu matapo.
Su matapo'o po gumaba.
Ah, basketball is beside the road. Sumatapo po gumawa. All right, another word is word for car. Kazi. I'm gonna give you guys two ways of saying car. I know some of you guys are already familiar with it. So first is Kazi, Kazi, and this is the one that is borrowed from English. It's borrowed from the English word car, but when you kind of pronounce it in Numu way, it is Kazi, 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 Kazi. The other way is kind of more descriptive, is Usigigi, Usigigi, which refers to kind of how it causes, like if you're riding on a dirt road, it refers to the dust that kind of it makes dust to fly, right? When it's behind it, causes dust to fly. Usigigi. Usigigi. So there are a lot of people who are a lot of elders who don't care about using borrowed words like qazi, but then there are some who do care and they prefer to use a word that's more numu descriptive. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this word here, usigigi, usigigi. But on everyday speaking, honestly, I just use qazi because again, that's something that's kind of become acceptable. But in this class, I'll just use this word, usigigi, usigigi. So Lisa, back to you. Hano su matapo.
Su hano'o po sa matapo saki.
Su matapo, yes. Basketball. Botsagi.
Yes.
Botsagi is near the road. Botsagi.
Saki.
Ah, Ishi hano su usigigi.
Su kutsiki po gumabe. Gumabe? How do I say that again?
Yumava.
The beside
Yumava.
gumaba.
Yeah.
Po gumaba.
Ah, perfect. Su usigigi po gumava. Beside the road, and finally, hanosu bishiwi nagui.
So bishi we eat nagui bo winya.
Ja. All right, I'm gonna jump to, and so we're running out of time. I'm gonna jump to another word. The word for tire or wheel, sanakaupa. Sanakaupa. Sana kaupa. Sana kaupa. Sana kaupa. Literally, this means like rubber leg. Rubber leg. Sana kind of has that sense of rubber or sap. Can have sap or something. It's a word that you can be used for gum also. Sana. And kaupa is a word for leg, but that's just the kind of the Numa way of referring to the legs of a car. Rubber legs. So sana kaupa. Sana kaupa. So then who's next? Dylan. Back to you. No su kusigigi.
Sukosigi po kuaina.
Ja, the car is far from the road. Ishihano susana kaupa.
Susana kaupa po tsagi.
The tire or the wheel is near, it is near the road. And finally, hanosu matapo.
Sumatapo po kumaba.
Yep, the basketball is beside the road. All right, then. So fetch. Fetch onto you. Hanosu matapo.
So mata po sagi.
Yeah, so matapo po tsagi. The basketball is near the road. Hanosu kusigigi.
So kusigi po gumaba.
Okay. It is near, beside or next to the road, the car. And finally, hanosu sana kaupa.
So sana kaupa po kuinaa.
Ja, sana kaupa. Oh, why not? The tire is far from the road. And one last vocabulary word, the word for sunglasses. Sunglasses. Dabanabui. Dabanabui. Daba. Daba is the word for sun. Daba. Daba. And nabui, word for glasses. There's another word for glasses. Buitsanigi, I think if I remember correctly. Buitsanigi. Buitsanigi. But again, this word here is another one that's kind of widely used amongst different communities, like McDermott, Fort Hall. I want to say Bridgeport adds an N, Nabuni, but Nabui is also another common way. And to me, it's easier, so I decided we'll just go with this one. Taban Nabui. Taban Nabui. So then back to Chrissy, I think. Yeah, right? Chrissy.
Mm-hmm.
Ano su sanakaupa.
Susana kaupa po gumaba.
Yeah. The wheel is beside the road. Su sanakaupa bo gumawa. Nishihano su kusigigi.
Su kusigigi po tsagi.
Yeah, car is near the road. And finally, Hanosu Rabanabui.
Su tabanaboy po kuainaa.
Ye. Oh, ye. And back to Lisa. Bimogot. Hano su kusigigi.
Su kusiigwi po rinya.
Ja, yep. Su kusigigi po kwanya. The car is far from the road. Ishi hano su tabanabui.
Oh, can you run that by me again?
Hano su dabanabui. Hano su dabanabui. Daba
Oh,
nabui.
so Daban Bui Bo Umaba.
Ja, pogi. Su dabanabui po gumaba. Sunglasses are beside the road. Finally, hano su sanakau.
Su Sanaka Bob Bo Sagai.
Sagi. Sagi. Ja.
Sagi.
Su sanakau po sagi. The whip car is near the road. Ja. Ja. All right, y'all. That is all. So, mubunidawa. See you all later. As always, I will be here if you have any more questions. If not, then yeah. Mubunidawa. Next time.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Mubunidawa.
So, Josh, I have a question.
Yes.
Actually, I have a couple questions, and I know that I had missed probably about 3 classes, and I haven't had a chance to go back. But I liked how you're going through regalia, and I just had a couple other ones. Maybe I can just like send you like a list of those, and maybe you can help me with those later. So I wanted to know what gourd would be in Paiute, or rattle, like drum, a staff, like a eagle staff, a pipe, and sweat lodge. Because I found like sweat lodge in that dictionary, but I don't know how to pronounce it.
Okay.
So I can email those to you if you'd like. So that would be better.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, sweat lodge, kunanovi. I don't know if there's other ways of saying it, but kunanovi with one way, sweat, like the,
Okay.
the sweating.
How's the sweat?
Kuna means to sweat. Kuna. Kuna.
Okay.
But yeah, email me them or text me them, and I can let you know.
Okay.
I'll send you audio for the pronunciations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Of course.
Mo bonidwa.
Konnichiwa.